Do you have a child going to the university and you're thinking about ways to cut your expenses? Rent is crazy in a college town. Well, today we're talking about Kiddie Condos. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is Emily Farber and I'm a realtor with Levitt Credit Realtors in Iowa City, Iowa. Today I am here with Tammy McGarry from Green State Credit Union. She is a mortgage lender and we are going to be talking about something called Kiddie Condos. Not kitty with T's, but kitty with D's. If you're thinking about making a purchase in the greater Iowa City area, I would love to help you. I have a free relocation guide. You can catch the link for that in the description box down below. So Tammy, in real estate, a lot of times we use the term kiddie condo to refer to a house for a young adult still in college, but it doesn't necessarily have to be just a condo, does it?
It does not. It's any property that a parent wants to help a child, a young adult, get into when they're in a college area where rent is extremely high and typically your payment is less or equal, potentially, to what the rents would be per month. Yeah,
okay.
But it does not have to be strictly a condominium. It could be a zero lot, it could be a single family.
Do you find that there's advantages to one type of property over another?
Not really, just because these programs are in-house, so there are guidelines. It's how we view particular properties, so there's not really any restrictions to one property versus another.
Okay, so when you talk about an in-house loan, is it a 15-year note, a 30-year note, a 5-year ARM?
Either. I mean, we offer 100% financing with a 30-year, with a 15, 5-1 ARM, 10-1 ARM, 7-1 ARM, really what the borrower is looking for.
They can do it all.
I'll look at it. Anything they want.
Can you tell us a bit about the advantages of Kiddie Condos over other more traditional loan products?
So with the Kiddie Condo, the big advantage is it's a co-signed loan. We have the young adult on with the parents, so the young adult doesn't have to qualify on their own. Most of the time when you're in college, you might not have the credit.
Or the income.
Most importantly, but still they get into a property.
So this may vary based upon person to person, but when does it really make sense for a family to consider a kiddie condo over just having their child rent for the duration of their time in college?
You know, to me, and I did this personally, I did one with my daughter come here to college, and I was paying a couple $100 more in rent than I was in a mortgage payment. So for me, it made sense. She also had a roommate, so the roommate paid a portion of it. So it makes sense in the fact that if the child's gonna be here for 4 years, a lot of times you have maybe the oldest child coming and then they have another sibling that's going to come. So I mean, they can keep these properties for however long, they want to keep them.
That is something I wanted to touch on with you, that when you have multiple children and the chances are highly likely of more than one of them attending the same college or university, if the kiddo is on the note, but then that child graduates and moves on and a younger child comes on, how do you handle that?
So that's a great question, because kind of depending upon everyone's situation, we would handle it differently. So if this is their only child that's going to be coming, say, to the University of Iowa, we would have the parents more co-sign. They would have to be on title with her, but they don't have to be on the promissory note, have to be on the mortgage, not the promissory note, which would allow the parent to get off the loan. Say the child keeps this when they join the workforce and now they qualify on their own. So the parent can, what's called a release of liability. Okay. So it releases the parent. Now in the reverse, we could do it the same way. We could, if they have their siblings coming up, we could have just the parent be on the promissory note, and the oldest child, whichever, they could be removed when they're out of college, they're joining the workforce and want to buy their own property.
So Tammy, if the parents themselves maybe don't have the financial means to qualify for a kiddie condo type loan here at Green State, what about other relatives? Can grandparents or aunts and uncles?
It would have to be an immediate family member, yes, then they could as well. And it's funny we bring up family. A kiddie condo isn't just for kids. We can reverse it. We can have an older adult who has an aging parent who needs assistance, just needs to downsize and don't have the means to do it maybe by themselves, that we could do a kiddie condo with them as well.
I think we need another name for that one.
I know, yes. But kiddie condos have been around forever. The secondary market, the conventional financing just doesn't allow them anymore. Now you would have to do it as an investment property. But yeah, so they're an awesome program for parents and for young adults.
So tell me, how often do you see these products come through?
You know what, we probably do as many kiddie condos for the young adults as we do kiddie condos for the aging parents. How many we do a year, I don't know, but it's a lot. And one of the things that they love is being able to get off it. Say the child keeps it. We just do what we call a release of liability, and they're off of the mortgage, and on they are with their life and their spending. And now the young adult is getting older, a more mature adult, and they can take responsibility. Yeah, so we do a lot, and it's parents love it. I loved it when I did it for my child. Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us today on our video all about kiddie condos with Tammy McGarry at Green State Credit Union. Remember, be sure to download my relocation guide. The link for that is in the description box down below this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and pro tip, ring the bell, because then you'll be notified every time I put out a new video, which is every Friday. Hey, it's been fun. Catch you later.